Yeah, bro, because you mentioned a few things, bro. You mentioned that I think that I want to really dive into because, well, you mentioned that your father wasn't really there. Right?
Yeah.
So, but you also mentioned that you learned, like the way you grew up with your mom, you knew that you had to be a good dad.
Yeah.
But
I knew what I wanted. I knew for myself what I yearned growing up, right? Like not having a father figure or a constant man figure in the house, someone that's a positive figure too, that's present. And I knew what I yearned. I knew what my mom gave to me and what she wanted to give to me and what she basically sacrificed to give to me. But there was still points in my life I felt that if I had a positive figure in the house, I would have made different decisions, bro. Mm. And certain situations negative situations wouldn't have presented themselves. So I saw the hard work of my mom and the love from my mom and the community that was there, the aunts. And I have to mention the community because they were a big part of me growing up, my aunts and my uncles and everything. But there were times where I'd look at my cousins and they have father in the house, and it's like, man, I want that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And there were some dark times where it's like, I'm going through certain things that I couldn't really talk to my mom about, and I wanted that for myself. So I knew everything that I wanted when I had children for them as a male role model or figure in the house. Right. So that just really helped me through my path of just raising my kids, right? Yeah. I always reflect on those. Man, I do a lot of reflecting, bro. I've been through a lot of different seasons.
Definitely.
Right? So with the seasons that came, I gained some wisdom, and I always reflect on past experiences. So when it was time to be a father to my first daughter, it was like, okay, I knew what I wanted to be for her. So yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like, because for me, it was a little different. For me, when my daughter was born, it was more like, you know me, bro, I'm a go-getter, dog.
Yo, you've always been, and I'm gonna say that, like, we've known each other for 10 plus years, I think now. Yeah. And from the Vaughn I met to the Vaughn now, regardless of the growth that you went through, you always had that go-get mentality.
Yeah.
And you being a little bit younger than me, not too much, but just a bit younger than me.
We're younger.
I always looked up to that.
Yeah.
That you just had that entrepreneur, just with life in general. Go get it. You know what I'm saying? So I always respected that.
Yeah, bro. And that was a pro and a con. Because I always tell people that, as selfish as it might sound, that I personally believe that COVID happened for me. That's how I see the world, bro. Like, I think that COVID happened for me so that God could get my attention to be who I need to be. Yeah. You know? I mean, like, everybody else they could think whatever they want about COVID, but for me, that was for me. I think that happened for me because of COVID is what really got to slow me down.
Yeah, because the isolation, right, forced you to slow down.
And it's not even the isolation alone. It's also that for the first time in my life, I felt like I could take a break with other people taking a break.
Hey, I like that.
You know? Yep. So it wasn't like I was taking a break and everybody else was moving at the same speed as they were. It was more like we all slow now. So now I could rest. You know? And in that rest is where I developed a relationship with my daughter. And at that time, she would have been like 2 or 3. But before that, I felt like, honestly, I felt really, really disconnected. Because for me, it was like, as a dad, I know worth nothing unless I could have something to leave.
The legacy, yeah.
Yeah, and that was my thoughts. It was more like, I think they would much rather have material things than to have me. It was so bad that I got life insurance, and in life insurance I paid extra for suicide because I was like, I don't think I'm gonna kill myself now, but I don't know who I'm gonna be in the future. Yeah. So I need to leave something
for the kid,
for them, you know. And that was my thinking back then. But with COVID now, it actually made me see a bigger picture. You know, I had conversations with my daughter, and that's what really gave me to slow down.